Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Kermit, West Virginia, where we are here tonight for the Middle School Softball Mingo County Championship between Lenore and Kermit. As we come to you live this evening, I want to thank everyone on our crew helping us bring you the action here tonight. As I'm Chris Kidd, Tommy Coppage on the call with me as well, Kevin Jones as well, and Darryl McCoy with us here this evening. And Tommy, we're going to see something that maybe hasn't happened before for the town of Kermit, a middle school championship. This Lenore club has dominated this Mingo County championship ever since its advent around 10 years ago, we were told. Lenore's won 8 of the 9 championships. The only one they didn't was last year as Williamson took home the title. So Lenore trying to get what they feel like is theirs back here this evening.
Yeah, Kermit fans very excited about this one, and they feel like they got a good chance of bringing home the championship here to Kermit. And Lenore might have some things to say about that. So we're looking for an interesting matchup here. Very heated rivalry between these two teams.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that just as we got here today. These are two teams that have had a lot of animosity in the past. Wouldn't be surprised to see some of it pop up with a championship on the line here tonight. But we'd like to thank our sponsors helping us bring you the action here this afternoon. PD's basketball training, Ultimate Pond, Western Auto of Kermit, Nathan Brown, Mingo County Commissioner, Coal Grove Funeral Home, Southside Mall, Justin Markham Law Offices, Bubby Scott for Jailer, Treasures Unlimited, Tug Valley Wellness Clinic, the 304 Motorsports Park, Quality Metal Roofing, Precision Heating and Cooling, Giovanni's of Kermit, Williamson Pharmacy, Trailhead Bar and Grill, Three Guys Pizza and Brew, and Genmar Services helping us bring you the action here tonight. And again, looking at some of the matchups this year between Lenore and Kermit. Again, Lenore won both regular season matchups this season. They defeated Kermit 6-5 in one meeting and 10-7 in another, as Lenore comes in at 17-3, Kermit at 10-3 on the year, and Lenore dominated their way to the championship, getting here with a 10-0 win over Mate One the other night, and Kermit winning a thriller against defending champion Williamson 8-7 in order to get here. So these are the top two teams in this draw, Tommy, and it's going to be an exciting atmosphere here tonight to see who takes home the county championship.
Yeah, and Chris, as you said earlier, they've met 2 times earlier this season, and both of them was very close games, so anybody could win this one. So be sure and stay tuned here on the D&D Sports Network, and this should be a good one, folks.
Yeah, again, we've got 2 great pitchers, 2 great teams set to do battle, and we're going to go to battle here within the next 15 minutes on the D&D Sports Network. So stay with us here as we'll be back live right here in just a moment on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back here to Kermit, West Virginia, everyone, where we are getting set for the playing of our national anthem. So let's listen in here on this Championship Friday afternoon. National anthem concluded, and now we are getting close to first pitch here in this Mingo County Championship game this evening. Chris Kidd, Tommy Coppage, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy here this evening. As you see the home plate umpire meeting with the other umpires and the head coaches right now from both sides. And we are getting set for what will be an emotional evening as well, with everything on the line here this evening. And you kind of feel like it's big whoever can get out to a quick start here in this game, Tommy. Again, you got both sides that are playing with a lot of emotion, with a lot of energy here, and it just feels like whoever can crack open first here on the other may get an early advantage that may kind of startle the other team.
Yeah, it'd be nice to score early and help your team relax a little bit, you know. So we'll see what happens here as the first pitch is just a few minutes away.
It is. And this is going to be an interesting contest here this evening as we look at the starting lineups on both sides. Again, Lenore, it'll be Presley White batting first. She will also be pitching here this evening for Lenore. Then you have Kylie Farley, the catcher, batting second. Ollie Newsom, the first baseman, batting third. Lakin Bolyard, the shortstop in the cleanup spot. Aubrey Fletcher, the second baseman, batting fifth. Batting sixth will be Carly Browning, the right fielder. In the seventh spot is Jocelyn Baisden, the third baseman. Batting eighth will be Jocelyn Dempsey, the left fielder. And rounding out the lineup for Lenore will be Ariana Baisden, the center fielder here this evening. For Kermit on the other side for the Lady Devils, leading off will be Harper Muncie, the second baseman. Batting second will be Charity Messer, the shortstop. In the three-hole will be Mila Evans, the catcher. Batting cleanup for Kermit will be Zoe Sturgill. In the five spot will be Aubrey Priest, the first baseman. Batting sixth will be Harper Ledley, the left fielder. Batting seventh will be Haley Collins, the third baseman. In the eight-hole will be Emma Mead, the center fielder. And batting ninth will be Brayley Kirk, the right fielder for Kermit. As Lenore will be in the field first, as White will take the mound here in the top of the first inning to deal with Muncie, Messer, and Evans. And you do feel like that quick start maybe is going to matter a little bit more to Kermit than it would Lenore. Again, Lenore's got the knowledge knowing that they knocked them off both times this season. Yep. You feel like Kermit kind of needs a momentum builder early.
Yeah, one thing that will help Kermit, it is on their home field here, so they do have the home field advantage. So if they get if they can keep it close and get the last at bat, they could get out of here with a championship here.
Yeah, and this is a pretty big park as well. Whenever you look at it, again, we've been to the rec center and several high schools all over the place this year in Kentucky and West Virginia. And for a middle school field, this is pretty large. Again, you got 200 down both sides of the line, and dead center doesn't have it listed, but probably 220 or more out there. So this ballpark will hold a lot of balls that'll give the defenses more opportunities.
Right. We do have a slight wind blowing in. I don't know if that'll be a factor or not, but if someone hits one up in the air, we'll see if it plays a factor here today.
Absolutely. Again, every bit of the elements going to come into play here today, you'd imagine. As we are getting set to go to action, you can hear the banging on the fences in the dugouts on both sides. Fans are into it. Let's decide a champion here today from Kermit, West Virginia, as a swing and a miss by Muncie gets us underway 0-1.
Good start by Muncie, getting ahead in the strike pitch count already.
That one's going to miss low and skip away as Farley will go and retrieve it. 1-1 the count. Again, White back on the rubber. It's Muncie lined up in the back of the batter's box here, trying to get herself a little bit more timing, as that one's going to miss high and get over the head of Farley. 2-1 now the count. So if you're White, you definitely don't want to put the leadoff person on, especially through a walk right here, especially with the speed that Muncie has. This one going to miss low and inside. 3-1. So an opportunity here. First batter of the game, Kermit trying to get the leadoff man on. 3-1 catches the inside corner looking for a strike. 3-2. Great location by White. Now here comes the payoff pitch to the leadoff batter of the game. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Great battle back by White to get things going.
Big time pitcher in there by White, right?
Yeah, she just came back with gas.
Yeah.
On the last two pitches to retire Muncie to start things, and starts off Messer with a swing and a miss. So now 0-1 the count. It's Messer, the shortstop, trying to give Kermit an early base runner. That one's going to catch the inside corner. So you can see that inside corner is going to be a good position to have tonight for the strike zone. And we've been with this umpire on several games this year, and he does have a larger strike zone. So it is more of a pitcher's type of night. Is that one going to be floated out towards short? Messer will make the grab for out number 2. So it was a good job by White. She was just able to jam Messer on that pitch as it floated softly to Bolyard for the second out of the inning.
Good start here by Lenore, getting the first 2 batters out.
Now you get Mila Evans, the opposing catcher, coming up. That one comes inside, hit her off a bounce, and that'll give her first base.
Take them any way you can get them, right?
Absolutely. Again, 2 outs. You're looking to try and get something going, and sometimes little things like that can make big differences and actually start a rally in an inning.
Absolutely. And that'll bring up their cleanup hitter here.
This is Zoe Sturgill. Comes to the plate now for Kermit. And squaring the bunt, likely just trying to draw the infield in. And is that one in for a strike? No throw down as a steal head up by Evans. And she'll take second base.
I like the aggressive base running early.
I do too. Again, this does give them an opportunity now. Base hit in this ballpark, you'd assume would likely score a runner from second.
Yeah, as big as this ballpark, as you said earlier, there's plenty of holes. You can just find them. The base hit right here may get a run in.
Oh, Sturgill tardy on that. Runner takes off for third. It gets away down the third baseline into left field. Coming to the plate is Evans, and Kermit has a 1-0 lead on the throwing error down the third baseline. So what a start here. We talked about a 2-out rally potential after that batter was hit a moment ago. And right there it was. The aggressive base running by Evans helped set up the first run of the game.
Yeah, it's a situation where a hit by pitch is just as good as a base hit.
Absolutely. And like we said, these are 2 good pitchers here this afternoon. So any way you can scratch a run across, it's going to loom large, as that one's going to miss. Count now at 2-2. As I believe the first base umpire said with his hands a moment ago. That one misses upstairs. So now 3-2.
Yeah, they're a little behind on the scoreboard here at the ball field, so we'll try to keep it updated as good as possible.
There's ball 4 as it'll miss inside to Sturgill, so she battles back to claim a 2-out walk. Again, only 1 ball been put in play by Kermit so far through the first 4 batters, and they've got a 1-0 lead.
After the quick 2 outs, you had to hit by pitch and 2 stolen bases, and ball got away from the third baseman and got a run. See a swing and a miss there.
Priest took a strong rip, came up empty. Again, we'll see if Sturgill might be on the move over at first. That one's going to hit Priest right in the foot. So now 2 hit batters and a walk in the last 3 as White trying to find her control once again.
And I tell you what, this audience here at the ball field, they're really into this one.
It is jam-packed out there. You get a look out in center field and over and right, I mean, the parking is at a premium all the way around this area.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a middle school game with this much, with this many fans.
That one will miss low. Yeah, again, Lenore, they rolled in, KJ said, with fire trucks and everything this evening.
I think Kermit fans took a little exception to that.
Yeah, it seemed that way whenever they arrived, and I think Lenore said if it seems like they're going to win, they might send down all the fire trucks to bring them back. So again, you get tight communities like this with competitive teams, and it does lead to animosity to a certain extent, even if they do end up on similar clubs or the same club one day.
May even have to send a police officer down.
Well, I tell you what, Tug Valley High School and others definitely keeping their eyes on this game, looking at the potential coming up for the high school roster. It's now White trying to get out of trouble here against Ledley, as that one's going to miss low. And once again, it's a full count. This is the third full count of the inning for White.
And the runner at second advanced to third on that, so now we got runners on first and third here.
Swung on and hit back up the middle. Nicely stopped by Presley. Can't gather the ball, and White couldn't pick it up, and a runner scores, and it's now 2-0 Kermit.
Yeah, aggressive base running has played a big factor here in the top of the first. It's,
Tell them we're having technical difficulties with our field camera. We're trying to get them up.
Okay, and just told by our producer KJ, again, we're having some technical difficulties with our field camera right now, so we're trying to work that out and get everything back up and running. Again, we still got our main camera for you at the moment, but we are working on the field camera as runner takes off for third again, and once again, a stolen base for Kermit. Like you said, Tommy, they are really playing aggressive on the base path and putting pressure on this Lenore defense.
Absolutely.
Now taking off for second is Ledley. She'll get in standing up. Okay, so I think we've got our field camera back up and going now. Again, great job down there by our team, as usual. That's why they stick me up here and not down there where the important stuff is. That one in for a strike.
You got Jackson Estridge and Darryl McCoy down on the camera today. Two of the best in the business, folks.
Here comes the pitch. That one misses upstairs as runner came a little bit of the ways down the third baseline, but holds still. And that's the other thing. If you're White right now, along with Farley behind the dish, you can't really allow anything to get away from you, or else another run could come in, and oh, what a stop there.
Yeah, nice job stopping that one. That could have been another run there, Chris.
Yeah, I was about ready to say, hopefully I didn't bring on the jinx on that one. But Farley with a great stop, maybe just kept a run off the board. And there's strike three, looking right down the pipe on Collins. That's second strikeout of the inning from White, but Kermit plates two, and they lead it 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Back after this as you're watching the Mingo County Girls Softball Championship here on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd, Tommy Coppage with you. Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy. Starting out inning number one here in the bottom half, Presley White able to get a single just over the outstretched hands of Messer over at short. And now Lenore trying to answer back after two runs were plated by Kermit in the top of the first. Sturgill on the mound for Kermit here this evening, and she'll rip a fastball in for a strike to Farley.
Well, Chris, we'll see if Lenore uses some aggressive base running here like Kermit did in the top half.
Yeah, it was interesting to see. They were willing to test Farley over and over again in that first inning. We'll see if Lenore is just as anxious to try and do so against Evans behind home plate. Again, these two teams we talked about, very familiar with each other, so they know where weaknesses are, they know where strengths are, as that one gets away just enough for White to scoot down to second base, and now a throw back in gets away, and White's going to take off for third now. Heads up base running by White. As Kermit just kind of lackadaisically tried to get the ball back to the pitcher with no backup, and that's a two-bagger now.
Yeah, what turned into one base ended up being two there on the stolen base there, or pass ball.
So now Sturgill finds herself in a predicament here with nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. Farley trying to help get one of those runs back right away. That's going to miss low, and it'll be ball 4. So now Ollie Newsom will come to the dish with a tying run over at first base and nobody out. Sturgill's got a lot of work ahead of her this inning to try and keep this lead for Kermit. Wouldn't be surprised to see Farley take off for second right after this pitch if it's taken by Newsom. That one's in for a strike, and right away Farley moves on to second.
Yeah, to no surprise. They knew they had a runner at third, so she probably would have scored had they threw the ball out there.
And it's one of those, it's one of those if you're Kermit and you feel like you were assured to get that out, you'd probably exchange it for the run right now. That one chopped foul at the first base side. But again, if you're just not 100% certain, you're not going to throw it down there. Worst case scenario, they score the run and the runner's safe.
Right.
So now 2 strikes against Newsom here. As Sturgill winds and fires. That one just tapped foul at the last second by Newsom. She was tardy on it, but got enough of it to stay alive. Again, Sturgill looking for a strikeout in the worst way right now. Here comes another 2-strike pitch to Newsom. This time she gets it by her, swung on a missed strike 3.
Yeah, big-time strikeout there, coming at a much-needed time.
Yeah, that was a really good job of just settling down by Sturgill and getting that batter. That will be the first out of the inning, and now Lakem Bolyard, the shortstop, will stand in, the cleanup hitter for Lenore. Sturgill winds and fires. This one hit between first and second. It'll get through into right field. 1 run is in. Here comes Farley. She stumbled around third, but enough speed to get home in time. And right away, Lenore ties it back up.
Nice job going the opposite way there. And the ball found the hole and played it too for Lenore.
This place is rowdy.
It is.
Again, you can hear how loud this place is as the Lenore fans over on the first base side erupt. We heard the Kermit fans going crazy in the top half of the inning, and this is going to be set up for a big-time championship fight here tonight.
There might be some WWE or UFC action here tonight. It's all said.
Hopefully not from any of us. I'm not built for that anymore.
I'm definitely too old for it, that's for sure.
Aubrey
I'll
Fletcher.
be happy to stand here and tell what's happening, though.
We'll just lock that door. As Aubrey Fletcher takes a swing and a miss at the first pitch, 0-1. As Fletcher, the second baseman, swing and a miss, 0-2. So Sturgill doing a little bit more tack mode now in the opening parts of these at-bats. She's come after the last few hitters instead of messing around trying to get ahead in the count. And 1, 2, 3, good night to Aubrey Fletcher. Second strikeout of the inning for Sturgill. And now the batter will be Carly Browning.
Yeah, and if you're Sturgill, if you can only limit the damage to 2 runs, you got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I think if you told White and then you told Sturgill what they were going to face in the first inning and they give up just 2 runs, I think that would have probably been something they would have easily accepted because they were both in a lot of trouble. White was able to limit the damage, and now Sturgill trying to do the same. It's Browning with the count 0-1. That one looks like it's inside as they'll take off for second. Getting in easily will be Fletcher.
And like and share this broadcast out, folks. Let's get these numbers up for these young ladies.
Absolutely. Championship Friday here in Mingo County. Sturgill winds and delivers. That one misses low, taking off for third. Now as Fletcher throw down. Close play, but not in time. As Fletcher able to get in, and now a chance for Lenore to try and play the go-ahead run. Again, we'd like to thank our first inning sponsors as well. Again here tonight, PD's Basketball Training, Ultimate Pond, and Western Auto of Kermit. Now Sturgill sits, fires. This one just fouled off to the right, now to play. That'll get over to the playground where a lot of the kids are congregated right now. See one little girl got there first.
Over in the area of
Yeah, remember we used to get like
Darryl and Jackson.
we used to get a free popsicle or pop or something whenever we'd chase it down. I guess that was some incentive to bring them back. That was going to miss inside from Sturgill. As Evans looking to run her back to third.
They do that at Prestonsburg, and there was a young man. We said, take it up there. They'll give you a prize for it. He's like, what is it? He wanted to know what it was before he traded the ball for it.
You know what? That is some good thinking, my man. I like that. Again, never too early to start making business decisions.
Right.
That one will miss inside, and that'll be ball 4 now to Browning. That's the second walk of the inning. Surrendered by Sturgill. The batter now will be Jocelyn Baisden. She'll be the 7th batter this inning.
As you see a couple of infielders there coming into Sturgill, maybe trying to calm her down a little bit here.
Again, her and White both have had their difficulties with a strike zone here in the first inning, but they've been able to battle back for some key strikeouts, and Sturgill would absolutely love another one right here. She took a little off on that one. Got Baisden out in front swinging 0-1. You can literally see the fences moving here because the Lenore bench right now up pounding on the fences trying to ignite the rest of this inning. See if they can plate a couple of more as runner takes second now. Baisden, though, finds herself down 0-2 in the count. This one hit towards first, fielded cleanly. They come home with it and did not need to. That was a force out at first, but Priest just lost track of the outs.
Tough break there for Kermit. Would have easily been a third out of the inning.
Boy, oh boy, you want to talk about something that could loom large as this game goes along now.
Pressure of a championship game, right?
Right.
We seen it in the major leagues yesterday. The Reds catcher, the guy tagged third and threw home for a tag out, and the Reds catcher thought it was a force and stepped on the plate.
So I said sometimes the pressure of the moment just gets to you regardless of how long you've been doing this. It's happened to all of us. And now let's see if Lenore can cash in even more.
And that's when you communicate on the field, right? Let each other know. You know, there's 2 outs.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
Yeah, because they haven't made an out in the field yet. Again, Sturgill got both outs via the strikeout. But now faces second and third. Now runner comes to the plate as that gets away, and there's another run in. As Lenore has cashed in 2 runs now off of that error a moment ago. And now you're going to get time called here as things could get away from Kermit in a hurry here if they're not careful. And you can already see some arguing on the mound with some of the infield. This is a key moment.
Pretty serious mound visit here.
Again, you're the coaching staff right now. You're just trying to get everyone back to neutral. Again, that's the hardest thing to do sometimes. And when I coached tennis, I just always told mine, I said, can we do anything about what just happened? You know, if it was something bad, they said no. I said, of course. I said, it's over with. It's gone now. I said, all you can affect is what's coming next.
Yeah.
So
put it behind you and move on and focus on what's coming up next, like you said.
Yeah, because there's so much game left to be played here right now. You don't want one thing that happened in the first inning to affect you much longer. Again, there's just too many opportunities still left out there.
And plenty of time left. It's only the first inning, too. So.
Yeah, this has been a wild opening to this championship game here in Mingo County. We were in Kermit, West Virginia. For the middle school girls softball county championship. Swing and a miss by Dempsey.
Sturgill able to get several swings and misses here, so she can consistently hit that strike zone.
That's the thing, whenever she's hitting the strike zone, again, she's got a lot of movement on her pitches too, as this one just chopped foul over towards the third base side. She'll get ahead now 0-2. I'm not sure if the scoreboard here at Kermit's completely working.
Yeah, it seems a little behind, and a lot of times I rely on that to help keep scoreboards. So we'll try to keep it as accurate as possible here.
Yeah, we've seen some of the umpires helping keep that as this one hit towards third. Throw on to first, nicely done by Collins as she fires to Priest for out number 3. But Lenore comes back with 4 runs here in the bottom of the first inning. They lead it as we head to inning number 2. Back after this as you're watching the Mingo County Girls Softball Championship game here on the D&D Sports Network.
Hi, Smokey Armstrong, United Motorsports in Belfry. Kick into high gear with great deals on new Honda motorcycles and ATVs. Power through any terrain with savings up to $7,000 on selected Polaris side-by-sides and ATVs. Built for work, built for play, and ready to ride. Get the job done with Kawasaki. New and pre-owned inventory from parts to service and the financing to get you approved. It's all right here. United Motorsports, Belfry.
Folks, if you're in the market for a storage building, garage, barn, or custom structure, there's only one name you need to know. Mountaineer Buildings, conveniently located right outside Chapmanville, West Virginia, with multiple locations across Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio. They are the largest building company in the coalfields for a reason. They've got a huge inventory on lot, unbeatable deals, and waiting for you. Come see us at Mountaineer Buildings.
Welcome back to Kermit, West Virginia, everyone. Again, you see some of the fans out in the crowd here today over on the Lenore side. Excited their club just claimed a 4-2 lead with 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning. And now Presley White will come to the mound with a lead in her hands as Kermit comes to the dish for the second time. Again, both teams sent large number of batters, again 7 for Kermit in the first inning and 8 for Lenore.
And top of the second here, folks. Let's like and share, get these numbers up for these young ladies for Lenore and Kermit.
That one misses high as Emma Mead at the plate for her first appearance. Again, this is the 8, 9, and 1 hitters this inning for the Lady Devils. And right away, a strikeout for White as she claims her third now of the game and back-to-back going back to the first inning.
Nice start there.
Yeah, again, if you're White right now in Lenore, you would love nothing more than a real quick inning here and to put Kermit back on their heels on defense once again immediately after last inning.
Keep the pressure on, right?
Absolutely, as this one's going to be chopped to second, knocked down over there by Fletcher, over to first. What a stretch by Newsom in order to get the out as Kirk was booking it down the first baseline, but just thrown out.
Nice job by the second baseman to gather it and just flip it, too.
That was whenever you got Kirk barreling down the line on you like that, and now here's a chopper to third on the first pitch. Muncie over to first, as Baisden throws it over to Newsom in time for the third out of the inning. And what a quick response by Presley White and Lenore as they leave nobody on base in a quick 3-out inning. We head to the bottom of the second, 4-2 in favor of Lenore as you're watching the girls middle school championship game here on the D&D Sports Network. Taking a live look in here as we switch to the bottom of the second inning, and you see the Kermit fans over along the third base side again quieted after that 4-run bottom of the first inning by Lenore. They want to see their girls respond in kind here and try and shut down Lenore in the bottom of the second inning, just as Lenore did them in the top of the second.
Very passionate fan base. Seen that already today.
Well, I said, we're in Tug Valley country, baby, where sports runs deep.
It absolutely does, yeah.
So these two programs, like I said, they'll maybe come together in high school, but right now it's a different story. So it'll be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters this inning for Lenore, as Ariana Baisden, the center fielder, will round out the first time through the lineup for Lenore. That one's ball 3 and a quick 3-0 start. And this is what we kind of talked about with that quick top of the second inning, Tommy. If you're Lenore, you absolutely love that because you already had a Kermit team that was reeling at the end of that inning. And now you put them right back out here with all the emotion on Lenore's side.
And the pressure's on Sturgill and the Kermit Blue Devils now to respond after being trailing here 4-2.
Now the pitch swung on and missed. Nice fireball there from Sturgill as she came right down the pipe with it. And now the count finds its way back to full at 3-2.
Big pitch here.
Got her to chase on the high fastball. Big strikeout right there from Sturgill.
Yeah, way to bounce back. She was down in the whole 3, nothing on the count. And 3 quick strikes.
That's the third strikeout for Sturgill. As things go back to the top of the order now as Presley White had a leadoff single last inning. This time pops it up high to the first base side. Priest able to fight the sun and make the grab for the out. And you love that for her after what happened last inning.
She's excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because like we said, I can't count how many times I've just made an oops moment, and you feel for that young lady, but it's great to see her come right back and make a couple of good defensive plays now. Now they say no pitch as first base umpire pointing over towards the Lenore bench. I think the fence wasn't closed or the gate wasn't closed, so he wanted to make sure that was all settled first.
And sometimes all it takes is making a catch like that to forget about the previous mistake.
Absolutely. It does get you back in the game. It makes you feel part of it again. It does. Just little things like that can kind of just turn things around and get you right back to where you want to be. As Farley walked in her first plate appearance. Later scored the second run of the inning in the first. And that one inside, and that'll be 2-0 now from Sturgill. Well, I believe we have a Kermit fan that thought that was a strike last inning, not this inning.
Yeah, we've seen this umpire several times this season, and he's been pretty consistent, I think.
Oh, yeah.
From what we saw.
That's what I said. And now Farley not happy with that pitch. Again, I guess she thought that was outside. She was kind of barking with the home plate umpire. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Nice pitch there by Sturgill.
And this would be quite an answer back by Sturgill and Kermit if they can get out of this inning 1-2-3, just as Lenore did in the top half of the inning. Strike 3 called right on the inside corner at the knees. And once again, Farley unhappy, but she'll go back to the bench, being the 4th strikeout victim of Sturgill in this game. As both pitchers flex their muscles in the second inning, we head to the top of the third, 4-2 in favor of Lenore. You're watching the Mingo County Middle School Championship game right here on the D&D Sports Network.
The future isn't just something you wait for. Are you ready to truly unlock your potential? Your journey begins at Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College. We offer affordable, high-demand programs designed to fit your life and lead directly to real-world success. You won't go it alone. Our dedicated faculty are here to guide you, providing the support you need. Start smart. Fall registration is happening now. Classes start on August 24th. Secure your spot today.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 and reach us Monday through Friday.
Here at Johnny Linville Field, home of the Tug Valley Little League. As KJ, myself, and Tommy were all up here in this booth helping bring you the game here this afternoon from Kermit, West Virginia. Chris Kidd, Kevin Jones, Tommy Coppage, Darryl McCoy here this evening. Again, we'd like to thank our third inning sponsors tonight: Nathan Brown, Mingo County Commissioner, Coal Grove Funeral Home, Southside Mall, and Justin Markham Law Offices. So now here we go to start the top of the third inning after 1, 2, 3 innings from both sides in the second. And it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters this inning for Kermit. Charity Messer will start it off, slaps it into center field, sinking fast. What a grab! Somehow Baisden got her glove under it and robs Messer of what could have been a two-bagger.
And from here, it looked like it took a hop, but it might have been a catch. And it was obviously a catch because the umpire called it. So it was hard to tell from where I'm at.
Yeah, and I tell you, that was a gamble by Ariana Baisden on that. If she doesn't come up with it and that gets by, that could have been 2, maybe 3 bases to lead off this inning. But she was just able to get underneath it and makes the defensive play of the game so far.
Yeah, big-time catch by the center fielder there. Like and share, folks. Let's get these numbers up for these young ladies. This is the Mingo County Championship between the Kermit Blue Devils and Lenore Rangers.
And it's been a fun one so far. Again, first inning was an offensive explosion on both sides. And now both pitchers perhaps settling in here as count 0-1, swing and a miss. Gets away as Evans now, apparently that was a 2-strike pitch, takes off, and she'll get in over at first base. So again, it was a strikeout, but it gets away, and now that will bring Zoe Sturgill to the plate. And again, that's got to be a bit of the bugaboo for Presley White here so far today. Again, a couple of hit batters and a walk have really been the big problem she's faced, but even right there she gets a strikeout, but it gets away. And now taking off for second off that pitch is Evans, and she'll be in standing up.
Kermit doing a good job on the base pads this evening.
And again, they've continuously applied the pressure. So that one will miss. Evans thought about taking third. So again, 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Now White trying to shake off the extra out that they've just given Kermit this inning. That one in for a strike, and Evans will take third now. Now 2-1 count for Sturgill, trying to help herself out and get back one of those runs. That one right down Broadway. Count now 2-2 as that throwback nearly got away. Good job by White just getting down and blocking her body with it. Ball in play here for Kermit. Could plate one. Sturgill had the bunt on, but couldn't get it, and it's strike 3.
Looks like she may have tried to pull back, but it was a little late doing it, and the umpire called a strike there.
Yeah, it seemed like she just didn't have her mind made up on which one she wanted to do right there. And that was just excellent pitching by White to hit that outside corner. And now Aubrey Priest comes to the plate. She was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. This one hammered towards third. What a stop at third by Baisden. On to first in time. Jocelyn Baisden pulling out a magic wand on that play to throw her out. What a play. I looked down the third baseline just anticipating which part of the outfield it was going to be in.
The ball was smoked.
It was. Priest couldn't have hit it any better, and Baisden couldn't have played it any better. What a defensive stop to end the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third right after this as you're watching the Mingo County Girls Softball Championship here on the D&D Sports Network. Again, we'd like to thank all of you out there joining us here on the D&D Sports Network, the Mountain's #1 source for sporting news here this evening for this Mingo County Middle School Girls Softball Championship. Again, Chris Kidd, Tommy Coppage, Darryl McCoy, Kevin Jones here tonight. That's the middle school season. Draws to a close for these teams. And Lenore trying to capture their 9th championship in 10 years. Kermit trying to claim their first. So Lenore will come to the dish now. It'll be the heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 this inning as Ollie Newsom will lead things off. This one hit right back to Sturgill. Good glove by her. On to first to Priest in time for out number 1.
Nice start by Sturgill here. Bottom of the third.
I tell you, you're seeing a lot of glove work out here now all of a sudden from these two. Again, the 2 defensive plays last inning by Lenore, just incredible. The catch by Ariana Baisden in center field, and then Jocelyn Baisden making a play that I think we all agree you would see a lot of college girl softball players not be able to make.
Yeah, as young as these players are, they're showing excellent glove work out here.
Now, Lakem Bolyard, she had the 2 RBI single into right field back in the first inning. Now with nobody on, cleanup hitter trying to get something going for Lenore here in the bottom of the third. Sturgill fires. This one ripped into right field, sinking towards the foul line, and that'll get out of play and just missed by Kirk as she gave a good effort to try and chase it down.
Yeah, just about a few inches away from catching it possibly.
Yeah, she was shaded towards right center, so she really got on her horse there to try and catch up to that one and just kept slicing just enough away from her. Now the count 0-2. Sturgill lines and fires. This one hit back up the middle, and that one will just get out of the outstretched arms of Messer. Now gets away in center field. That gets up against the wall. Ledley comes up with it, heading for third now. And in easily is Bolyard, and an opportunity for Lenore to try and add on to their lead.
Found the hole there, just left to the shortstop and got past the center fielder and finds yourself on third base for a triple.
Again, that ball just started to scoot once it hit the grass. Got away from Meade out in center field. Ledley came over to help out and get that ball back in, but you can see the speed of Bolyard. Able to get all the way to third on that. It's now Aubrey Fletcher trying to see if they can extend this lead with 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. Fletcher struck out her first time up and now finds herself down 0-2. And Sturgill absolutely would love a strikeout right here with a runner at third. And if you're Lenore, you just love to see Fletcher put the ball on the ground anywhere right here. Then Sturgill comes away with a big strikeout. And she's able to get Fletcher for the 2nd time now in the game. That's the 5th strikeout overall for Sturgill.
It's a big strikeout there because now it's 2 outs and a ball hit on the left side of the infield. They would have had a decision to make.
Carly Browning stands in. She walked in her first plate appearance. So far in this game, Tommy, again, just the response by both teams whenever they've been faced with some adversity has been really impressive.
Yeah, both teams able to bounce back.
That one in for a strike right at the top of the zone, 1-1. And that's what you do whenever you're champions like these two teams have played like. Again, number 1 seed Lenore, number 2 seed Kermit here in this title game. Lenore with both regular season wins this year, 6-5 in one game, 10-7 in the other. And right now they hold a 4-2 lead with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's a 1-2 count against Browning. Just able to get a piece of that on the inside to stay alive.
Appreciate everybody tuning in. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from and who you're rooting for.
Again, we appreciate all of you out there joining us here on this Friday afternoon, heading into early evening now for this title game. Like Tommy said, like and share it out there. Get this around to as many people as we can. It's a hot shot towards Messer at third. She made a great stop, but has absolutely no play, and Browning drives in another key run here as the lead is ballooned now to 5-2.
Yeah, that ball was hit so deep in the hole there, it would have been really, really tough to throw out the speedy runner there.
Again, that was just a good job by Messer to keep it on the infield and maybe have a chance. But that was just hitting a great spot to get the runner home as this one pops straight up. It looks like it's going to get out of play, though, as that'll get down behind us as Jocelyn Baisden had the RBI on a fielder's choice last time she was up. That was the difference in the game until that last hit increased the lead to 5-2. Again, Jocelyn Baisden made that otherworldly play at third base to end the top half of this inning.
As you see some fans there on the Kermit side really into this game here.
Yeah, I tell you, it's incredible seeing the shots Darryl and them are getting of the fans and the environment here from Kermit, West Virginia for this championship game, as that one misses high. Again, Sturgill, looks like the ball is just kind of getting stuck in her hands. She's trying to go to that high fastball, and that's the second time in this at-bat that it's just gotten away from her. That one's going to miss low. So now 3-1 count in favor of Jocelyn Baisden. Trying to extend this bottom of the 3rd inning and see if Lenore can add on even more to this lead, and that'll be upstairs. Snap throw down to first. Not in time, but that is ball 4. So now runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Jocelyn Dempsey will come up. She grounded out to third on a good play by Collins in the 1st inning. If she could find a gapper here, you're looking at possibly 2 more runs coming home, as that one's going to miss over the head, and now forget a gapper, they just may need a hit.
Now both runners advance there to second and third.
You can see Sturgill just kind of mimicking her motion out on the mound right now. She feels something's off. And again, we hadn't seen her miss that high through the first 3 innings until just now, and it's happened about 3 pitches in the last 6, as that one right down the pipe. But yeah, if the ball gets away here, it's a pretty sizable backstop here in Kermit, so it's plenty of room to try and get a runner home. This one popped out of play, straight back.
Sturgill hit here, 0-2.
I think she's done a good job of settling down on this at bat. Good shot at the dugout over on the Kermit side, and now Dempsey trying to dig her way out of a 2-strike count. That one fouled right back to us. You're okay, Kevin. We got a gate. We got bulletproof glass right here in front of us. It is. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. It still gets you.
The batter even looked up here to check on us.
I know. That was courteous. I appreciate that. Jocelyn Dempsey, #1 D&D fan, I see. Now the count 2-2 here is Sturgill trying to keep this at just a 3-run deficit again. You feel like with the way that White's starting to find her groove on the mound, a hit here could be devastating for Kermit.
If you're Kermit, you don't want to get too far behind. Popped up to second here.
Oh, and it got through the legs over at second of Muncie. Again, just an in-between ball that landed right in front of her, and a run comes in. Just a tough play out there at second, because that ball had so much spin on it. It was going to hit and jerk around, as sure enough it did.
It's one of those balls that, like you said, in between, you don't know whether to go for the catch or to play it on a hop. And very tough play.
Well, now that's its second run this inning, and Ariana Baisden comes up as Dempsey will take off to second base. Runners at second and third still. Just feels like a base hit might break things open right now. Lenore has scored 6 unanswered since the top of the first. That one lifted out of play straight back. Baisden struck out to begin the second inning in the #9 spot here tonight. But now has golden opportunity with runners at second and third. Sturgill ahead 0-2 in the count, trying to end this third inning. Gets her to chase a high fastball, and that will be strike number 3, and that will be out number 3 to end the bottom of the third inning. But Lenore able to tack on 2 more runs. They lead at 6-2 as we head to the top of the fourth. We'll be back after this as you're watching Girls Middle School Championship game action here on the D&D Sports Network.
Come on down to Treasures Unlimited in Kermit, West Virginia, and let us fill all your shopping needs. It's the holiday season. Don't be left without a gift to give. We got 90-day layaway, delivery. We got the best prices around. We will beat anybody's prices. We have a little bit of everything for everyone. 7 days a week we're open, Monday through Thursday, 10 to 6, Friday through Saturday, 10 to 7, Sunday, 11 to 6. Also, come find a treasure in our pallet bins. We got great deals. You never know what you'll find in our bins. That's Treasures Unlimited in Kermit, West Virginia. We look forward to seeing you. If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today.
Find a good seat in the house sometimes, folks. You got to take them where you can get them. You see some of the Kermit fans trying to rally their girls as they trail at 6-2 here in this Mingo County Championship contest. Chris Kidd, Tommy Coppage, Darryl McCoy, Kevin Jones here tonight. As it is a 6-2 lead for Lenore as we start the top of the fourth inning, as Harper Ledley will be the opening batter. She had an RBI single back in the first inning. And this one back up the middle again as she hammers one into center field, and that's a big start to the fourth for Kermit.
Nice job finding a hole there. Ball hit fairly hard out to center.
Again, that's something that can hopefully get their emotions back on the right side. Again, you start to see some shoulder slump near the end of the last inning. So that one fouled off by Collins. Ledley was taking off for second base immediately.
And if you're Kermit here, you definitely want to try to start chipping into this lead. You don't have to get it all back now. But
you see Farley, she's down after that pitch. It may have caught her on the inside of her leg. She's being checked on right now. Again, I played catcher a little bit whenever I was younger, and yeah, sometimes ball just takes funky hops, catches in tough spots. It looks like they're trying to get a water out here for Farley as well, as she's back to her feet now. And hopefully she's all right.
It's one of the toughest positions in sports, folks.
This place is crowded.
It is.
Yeah, we just kind of peering down the third base and first base lines, looking at how many people here for this championship game here tonight. Again, these schools separated by just about 8 miles here on these roads. So that you know that they're very familiar with each other. I said they're likely friends in the off seasons. I said they've probably been to each other's houses and played travel ball together, done so much together. But whenever you've got this close of proximity and you're both good, it does create a tense rivalry. And I was asking you guys too during the commercial. I said, "So is it like this in every sport with them?" And you guys said, "Oh yeah."
Pee-wee up.
From Pee-wee all the way up. Now ready to go back to action as that pitch gets away. And that will allow an easy take of second for Ledley. That's Collins now with an opportunity, as Kermit hasn't scored since the first inning. As White has that one get away almost. Good snag by Farley, but runner will take off for third, and Ledley's in cleanly.
Yeah, nice job by the runner to recognize that ball was high and outside and able to advance.
Swing and a miss on that one as Collins went after it. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Yeah, White has been in control ever since that first inning. Trying to keep that dominance going now, but that one's going to miss upstairs. And she faced 3 batters in the second inning, faced 4 batters in the third inning, and got 4 outs. Again, a strikeout got away that allowed it. And there's strike 3. Gets away again, though, and now runner comes to the plate, and she's in.
And we got a collision here at home plate.
Yeah, again, White got upended on that slide home by Ledley. She kind of holds her side heading back to the mound. And Collins, even though she was struck out, she stands at second base now as that ball got away. So just the worst outcome right there if you were Lenore.
Well, she slid right into her feet and took her feet right out from under her there.
Yes, thankfully it looks like White's okay, but now things changing a little bit here in this top of the 4th inning. As Kermit on the game, Tommy, they've only had 2 hits, and both of those were by Ledley. And somehow they have got 3 runs on the board, and that's likely because they've been so aggressive on the base path.
Yeah, they had a one hits batter and stole a couple bases, and she was able to score.
Now Emma Mead will stand in. She slams one to the right side, but just foul as first base coach looked at her and said, "What did I do to you?"
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just trying to make sure you're still paying attention over there. And Mead, she struck out to start the second inning. Trying to see if they can keep this top of the 4th rolling right now. Swing and a miss, though, as White comes up with a big strikeout. That's her second one this inning, but only the first out recorded. That's 7 strikeouts total, as trying to lay down a bunt is Braley Kirk. That one's going to go foul, though.
White doesn't waste no time.
I was going to say, as soon as she got the ball, she was ready to go again. I just looked down at my score sheet for half a second, and the ball was on the way to the catcher.
Yeah, she works very quickly.
As Kirk hits this one out towards second base, fielded cleanly by Fletcher. Over to Newsom in time as they'll take quick out at second, and now looking to try and cause some mischief over at third was Collins, but she's chased back to the bag, and now 2 away.
Nice job to get the runner over to third there. Sacrifice.
Now we go back to the top of the order for Kermit, and Harper Muncie. She's 0 for 2 today. She struck out in the first, grounded out to third base to end the second inning.
Again, everybody in the comments, please like and share. Let's get these numbers up even more for these young ladies. Big rivalry here between Lenore and Kermit. Mingo County Championship.
This one hit high in the air to short left, sinking fast. It's going to be fair. Muncie delivers, gets a run home, and she'll take off for second. Muncie will round second and now chased back, and all of a sudden Kermit right back within striking distance at 6-4.
Knocking on the door to get this thing tied up here again. Only trailing by 2, 4-6.
It was a lazy pop-up, but it was just in the right spot. You could tell it was going to be trouble once it left her bat.
Just inside the line. And there's runner goes for third here.
Wow. What aggressiveness by Muncie. Again, she kept faking and faking and faking and then finally took off. So now a passed ball could cut this down to a one-run game perhaps. Charity Messer takes a rip and misses. Again, she was robbed out in center field last time up by Baisden and popped out to shortstop back in the first inning.
Yeah, I love the aggressive base running by Kermit.
That went outside, just stopped. Good stop by Farley. Let's look down to third, and already Muncie was starting to make a trail of dirt in her wake. That one missed outside again. A good snag by Farley. With a count now 3-1 here to Messer. Messer, the number 2 hitter in this lineup for Kermit. Took a charge into that one, but lifts it out of play to the right side. So now the count will run full at 3-2.
Big pitch here with 2 outs.
I told you things have tightened up tremendously here in the last couple of minutes. Will it get closer after this pitch? It will not. Strike 3 called as White screams in exultation as she comes off the mound. What a big strikeout there to keep it a 2-run lead for Lenore as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be back after this as you're watching the Girls Middle School Championship game right here on the D&D Sports Network. Back here in Kermit, West Virginia, getting ready for the start of the bottom of the 4th inning. And we'd like to thank our sponsors here today, helping us bring you the action. PD's Basketball Training, Ultimate Pond, Western Auto of Kermit, Nathan Brown, Mingo County Commissioner, Cole Grove Funeral Home, Southside Mall, Justin Markham Law Office, Bubby Scott for Jailer, Treasures Unlimited, Tug Valley Wellness Clinic, 304 Motorsports Park, Quality Metal Roofing, Precision Heating and Cooling, Giovanni's of Kermit, Williamson Pharmacy, Trailhead Bar and Grill, Three Guys Pizza and Brew, and Jen Mar Services, helping us bring you the action here today from Kermit, West Virginia. So we are here for the Mingo County Middle School Girls Championship game, and it has been a dramatic affair so far,
to say the least.
You know, we've still got quite a bit more of it to go here. Again, this 7-inning clash here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and there's a strike to start out the 4th to Presley White. And Sturgill now, you kind of feel like she's probably got a little bit of a skip in her step after seeing her club come back and get 2 runs back on the board. This would be a key inning for Kermit if they could get a quick 1-2-3 to try and solidify their momentum.
Yeah, her club definitely within striking distance here, 6-4. So
White is 1 for 2 today. This one popped up into foul ground, but just going to get up against the fence over on the Lenore side. But White, she singled into left field back in the first inning, popped out to first base in the second inning. Again, they scored 6 unanswered runs, did Lenore, after Kermit took an early 2-0 lead. Kermit coming back with 2 runs in the top of the fourth after Lenore scored 2 in the bottom of the third. There's strike called, and that'll be out 1 of the inning. Sturgill picks up another K here today.
Nice job by this home plate umpire to ignore a lot of the chatter that's going on in the background.
I agree, and that's what I said. I feel like it's been very consistent how it's been called where the strike zone's been. I've not seen anything that's been different from one than the other. I know that there's probably some fans out here that feel differently about that, but I said, well, we're just right on top of it. It feels like everything's been very consistently called here tonight.
Absolutely.
It's Farley 0 for 1 in this game. She walked in the first inning, struck out in the second inning. Again, she's had a tough battle behind the plate today. She's done a great job keeping a lot of balls in front of her, especially last inning whenever things could have gotten even tighter with a runner at third for Kermit. And she's worked herself ahead of Sturgill here.
And the umpire does let them know where he thinks they missed at.
Yeah, that's another thing I like, the courtesy of just saying, you know, where the pitch missed at, is that one's going to miss inside, and that'll be ball 4. That is the third walk by Sturgill here today, up against 7 strikeouts on the other side of it. Now it's Ollie Newsom standing in.
Runner goes.
Yeah, quick break there by Farley. Wasn't really a chance for Evans to even make a throw on that one. So Newsom struck out in the first inning, grounded out to first base in the third inning. That one misses low, gets away from Evans, and that's going to allow Farley to get on to third. So Lenore looking to try and answer back now, reclaim a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the fourth.
1-1 the count here.
Sturgill just takes a big breath out on the mound before this pitch. That one's going to miss upstairs. Tried to come with that rise ball, but good job by Newsom to lay off of it.
Pitcher kind of looked over at the runner on third base and said, "I dare you."
Honestly, the way both these teams have been running on each other today, you can't rule out any base stealing opportunity that one might see. So now a big strike there from Sturgill. 2-2 the count here against Newsom. Once again in a situation where a strikeout would be huge for Sturgill with a runner at third. Comes inside, misses, gets away, and here comes Farley to the plate. She'll slide in safely, and it's back to a 3-run lead for the Lady Rangers.
Now push the count to full here at 3-2.
And again, the aggressiveness on the base path today has just been so key on both sides because of moments like that. Again, you put pressure on the pitcher to be very precise. And if something goes awry with this backstop being as deep as it is, it's basically an automatic run at that point. So now the bases are cleared. And Ollie Newsom with a full count. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Great pitch by Sturgill.
It'll be out number 2.
She's got 8 strikeouts altogether here tonight to help her club. Now the batter will be Lakem Bolyard. She has been superb today. And they'll just go ahead and say, you know what, you take your base. So she had a 2 RBI single in the first inning and then had a single in the third inning. And they just elect to go ahead and put Bolyard on instead.
Appreciate everybody in the comments tuning in. Like and share and let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for.
Yeah, we hope you're enjoying your start to your weekend. here tonight with us on the D&D Sports Network, bringing you a great championship game so far here tonight as that one in for a strike. Taking off for second will be Bolyard as she'll get in standing up. Again, we're rolling into regional play here soon with softball, baseball. Again, sports calendar for this season's almost done for us, Tommy. And then we just have to start looking forward to football again in the fall.
Made it through a football, basketball, and almost a baseball/softball season.
It has. It's been a quick year. It has been a fun and quick year here on the D&D Sports Network, and it's been a pleasure to bring you all the action we've been able to. So that one just misses inside. Fielded cleanly by Evans. Throw down to third. Gets away, but nicely backed up over there by the left fielder, Ledley.
Yeah, nice job backing up that throw there. That would have been a run more than likely.
Yeah, see, those are the things that I would do and just forget about. I was like, oh, I was supposed to back up. I'd get caught looking at butterflies. And there's a reason my baseball career didn't go far. This one lifted high in the air towards the left side, and that'll get out of play.
And like you said, that's one of the things that's easy to forget, while you're out there if you're not focusing on the game.
Absolutely. That's what I said. There's just so many little details, and that's the biggest thing you have to drill home to a lot of your players is the fundamentals, the little things, because if the little things aren't done right, then the big things definitely aren't going to get done right.
Right. Just keep constantly reminding them.
That one misses inside as – tell you what, not even flinching on that was Fletcher. She struck out both times here tonight, but she's been a dog at the plate for Sturgill to try and get out. Now a 2-2 pitch with a runner at third. Back up the middle, knocked down at short, thrown over to first, but not in time. Again, Sturgill made a diving attempt, slowed it down. Messer got to it. But Fletcher just had too much time and able to beat it out down the first baseline, and they get both those runs back that they surrendered in the top half of this inning.
As you see Sturgill dusting herself off there, very nice effort there. She's almost able to grab that.
Now Carly Browning will be the batter. She walked and had an RBI single in her two appearances, and this one gets away from Sturgill up and away as that'll allow the runner Fletcher to take over second. Again, you see the shadows also starting to cause some difficulty as they creep across the infield. And it looks like Sturgill's calling for her own infield meeting right now. You see her stretching her arm a little bit, so I'm not sure if she's feeling something or if this is just a good way to try and get everyone settled back in and zone back in, because this could be very deflating right now if you're Kermit, Tommy. Again, you got back to within 2 runs, and now just that quickly those 2 runs are back on Lenore's side.
Yeah, and if you're teammates, you just want to tell your pitcher to just throw strikes. And got 2 outs, let's get out of this inning, and we'll get our bats going and get back in this thing.
Yeah, that's the key thing that you want to remember right now if you're Kermit. And you've still got 3 more cracks at it at the plate. You just can't afford to fall too far behind right now. Oh, that one just misses inside as Browning got out of the way of it, and that'll allow the runner to move on to third base. Again, there's just been a lot of passed balls this inning for Kermit, as Lenore's been able to go around the bases like a merry-go-round so far this inning. Can they get another run across? That one laced foul, and a little bit of a life flashing before your eyes moment there for Jocelyn Baisden on the on-deck circle. She has a smile on her face. Yeah, that one was ripped right towards her over on the first base side.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons you don't really want to walk or hit a lot of batters is they get around these bases so easily, and before you know it, they're at home plate scoring. So
and now the count 3-1 here from Sturgill as she continues to shake her right hand on the mound, feeling uneasy with her pitching hand. This one ripped into left center field. That's going to sink and get down for a hit, and an RBI single for Carly Browning. This is now the largest lead of the game for Lenore at 9-4.
Lenore doing a great job of finding holes in this very large middle school field here at Kermit.
Again, that was just great hitting there by by Browning, her second RBI of the day. And it opens up a 5-run lead for the first time as Jocelyn Baisden climbs in. She had an RBI and a fielder's choice and walked in her 2 plate appearances today. This one jams her right out towards second. Muncie, underhand flips it over to Priest in time for out number 3. But 3 more runs plate for Lenore here in the bottom of the 4th inning. They take a 9-4 lead into the 5th. We'll be back right after this as you're watching the Mingo County Girls Softball Championship game right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you.
5 times is a charm. Congratulations to the awesome team at Precision Heating, Cooling, Electrical for earning its 5th National Best of the Best Award for customer satisfaction, the only HVAC company in West Virginia to earn our award for 5 straight years. If you need heating, cooling, electrical work, a fantastic generator, residential or commercial, done right at a fair price by honest experts, remember the name, Precision Heating, Cooling, Electrical. Visit PreciseHeatingCooling.com for an appointment. Precision, the best of the best, again.
Lenore fans starting to sense it a little here on their side of things, looking for a 9th championship in 10 years and reclaiming what has been theirs almost since the inception of this Mingo County girls softball tournament as they lead at 9-4 heading in to the top of the 5th inning. Chris Kidd, Tommy Coppage, Kevin Jones with Darryl McCoy. And do we have a celebrity there in fan sighting?
Owner of 304 Motorsports Park.
Oh, okay. So now we get slated to start here in the top of the 5th inning. This one hit high in the air, short right, and that's going to sink in for a hit. So good start here to the top of the 5th inning as Mila Evans gets her first hit of the game.
And the right fielder there may have lost that one in the sun initially there. She still is fighting the sun out there as it falls in for a base hit. So nice leadoff here for Kermit.
And if you're Kermit right now, you just got to take it batter for batter and see if you can start chopping away at this deficit. As they've been able to fight back a couple of times here tonight.
It's like the umpire indicating he got a bat. He wants moved for safety reasons on the side the batter's box there.
And there you get a good shot of the Kermit dugout as well. You can see they haven't surrendered yet up on the fence trying to inspire their club to crawl back into this title game. It's taking second will be Evans. Sturgill tonight has walked and struck out in her 2 plate appearances.
Fakes bunt and fouls it off to right field there.
Yeah, and she's done this in every at-bat this evening, so it's obviously just maybe a little ritual that she does at the plate. But, yeah, as the cleanup hitter, you don't really anticipate she's going to be laying down a ton of bunts. That one's going to miss, and that's going to allow the runner to take off into third. Yes, that's why in this game, like we said, with the way they've been able to get around the base path, all you are is one hot inning away from maybe putting up 4 or 5 runs. So that's outside to Sturgill.
Yeah, I think Kermit's definitely capable of it. I mean, they've scored 4 runs, so he's got 2 innings left here to get back in this thing.
Like we said, they were tight affairs in the regular season, 10-7 and 6-5, both in favor of Lenore, and now Sturgill will take a walk. So first and third with nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. Now you get Aubrey Priest coming up. And we'd like to thank our 5th inning sponsors here tonight. Bubby Scott for Jailer, Treasures Unlimited, the Tug Valley Wellness Clinic, and 304 Motorsports Park. So now Kermit looking to climb up off the mat once again here in this title game matchup as Priest takes a strike, as that allows Sturgill to get on over to second base. So second and third now for Kermit. Base hit could score two and get this back to a 3-run game just like that as Priest chops it foul over towards third. She's been hit by a pitch and grounded out to third in her 2 plate appearances today.
Behind in the count here, 0-2, looking to get a base hit here and maybe score 2 more runs for Kermit.
White delivers fastball inside, misses, runner coming to the plate, and it's down to a 4-run game as getting in is Evans to cut it to 9-5. So now Kermit trying to apply pressure right back on Lenore after Lenore maybe had a moment of relaxation once they went up by 5. But Kermit just turning right around and coming back for more as that one misses outside. Yeah, if you're Lenore right now, you just want White to try and come after these batters. Even if it gets put in play, you've got a good defense behind you, but she does it herself this time as a strikeout of Priest. And a big moment right there. Now here's the one that White has not been able to get out tonight, and that's Harper Ledley. As that one gets away, runner, though, will hold at third. That one did kind of ricochet back towards the catcher Farley a lot faster than the others had tonight.
Nice job by the third baseman recognizing that, staying at third.
And now Ledley hits one into right, slicing, and gets down for a hit, her 3rd of the game, and it's down to a 9-6 game now.
And the Kermit keeps clawing back into this thing, making a game of it again.
It is. They've just not gone away all night long whenever things have looked totally against them. And Lenore's had so much momentum. Kermit's just continued to stay right near their hip pocket. It's Haley Collins. She struck out in both of her plate appearances here tonight. Looking to try and change things now as count 0-1 with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. That one misses outside, throw down to second, not going to be in time. As Ledley able to take it with a tough slide. Again, Kermit trying to make up that 3 runs they gave up in the bottom of the 4th inning. If they can get Ledley home as well, as that one misses away. Once again, Ledley takes off, and she'll be into third base. So again, they just continue to put more and more pressure on White and Sturgill with the base running, because then any pass ball is almost a guaranteed run, as that one in for a strike, 2-2.
There's been a ton of stolen bases today and a few pass balls, and the base runners taking full advantage of it.
There's strike 3 called. As White picks up another. And that'll bring up Emma Mead, who she has struck out both times here tonight.
Crowd expressing their displeasure with that call.
That is now 10 strikeouts on the evening for White. Mead quickly goes down 0-1. Runner at third here for Kermit, swing and a miss, strike 2. Now White feeling some of the rhythm she's had throughout most of this game, coming back at just the right time. Needing one more strike to end the 5th. That one will miss and get away, though. Here comes Ledley, and a big run for Kermit as they close the deficit back to 2, and a little altercation and pushing with White and Ledley after that play.
They got a little chippy at home plate there.
And that was a big run for Kermit to get across right there. As this is deep in their lineup, the number 8 batter as well, and able to get all 3 of those runs back that they just surrendered, really does change things going forward here, as Now Lenore will have a meeting near the mound, trying to settle everyone down. As this game just continues to swing wildly in momentum back and forth. Neither team's been able to hold it for very long here tonight. And now you've got the Kermit first base coach talking with the home plate umpire as well.
Appreciate everybody in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Please like and share so we can get these numbers up for these young ladies.
Yeah, like we said, we hope you've been enjoying this one out there. And if you've got friends, family, people you know that would want to find out this outcome and check out this game, I said like and share it with them, get it out there. Because we could be heading for a wild finish with the way this game's gone so far today.
Yeah, big-time rivalry, Kermit and Lenore. Big-time middle school matchup.
Meade able to get a piece of it and fouls it out of play to the right.
Nice play by the fan out here. Nice play on that.
Got a Williamson Wolfpack softball coach out here. I told you, they had a tough loss to this Kermit team in the semifinals, 8-7 in 8 innings, in order to knock off the defending champions, and that one just missed upstairs. And now that'll run the count full at 3-2.
That was very close.
So now nobody on, but Meade trying to extend this inning. Swing and a miss, gets away though. Farley comes up with it, fires to first, and got her, they say, just in time. Again, she just did keep her foot on the bag, Newsom did, in order to get the third out.
Nice hustle there by the base runner though.
9-7 in favor of Lenore as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be back after this. You're watching Girls Middle School Championship action here on the D&D Sports Network. You see some of the fans out in the outfield enjoying this championship action here today as Kermit and Lenore have been deadlocked in a tight affair throughout this contest. And right now it stands at 9-7 in favor of Lenore. Chris Kidd, Tommy Coppage, Darryl McCoy, Kevin Jones here tonight for this Mingo County Championship game. And again, it's been back and forth here the last couple of innings. Start out with Kermit taking a quick 2-0 lead in the top of the first. Lenore battled back with 4 runs in the bottom of the first, picked up 2 more after that to take a 6-2 lead. Kermit battled back to get it to 6-4. Then Lenore in the bottom of the 4th picked up 3 runs to build the lead to 5, and now Kermit in the top of the 5th gets 3 runs to cut it down to 2. So it has just been back and forth here all evening long. And
But the umpires out here discussing something here. Try to find out what it is.
And Sturgill, she's just taking a seat right there in the dirt on the mound while they talk to each other. So now let's see if everything's okay after the meeting here. Looks like everybody's heading back to their respective spots. So we're ready to go to action here in this bottom of the 5th inning. And it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Lenore as Jocelyn Dempsey, she's put the ball in play both times here today. Had a ground out to third and an RBI single out towards second back in the 3rd inning. Sturgill's been fighting with her control here the last couple of innings. She could desperately use a quick half inning right here to try and get her rhythm back. Swing and a miss by Dempsey, 1-1. Again, Dempsey's just got that slow, methodical swing, but she's able to make the contact she needs to do the damage she does. Is that one going to be fouled off towards third base side? Yes, like I said, she doesn't give off much of a power threat at first, but we've seen her put the ball in some really good spots here today to make the defense try and come up with a play, and she's 50-50 so far on that.
Good contact hitter.
That one's going to miss high.
2-2 the count here. No outs. Sturgill trying to pick up a strikeout here for her Kermit Blue Devils.
And again, like we said, they could use a quick inning on the defensive side. They haven't had one since the second inning of this game, as that one's going to miss low, so the count runs full. Again, 8 strikeouts on the evening for Sturgill. Can she get to 9 here? Instead, slice back up the middle, gets through again, and once again, Jocelyn Dempsey able to make the defense make a play, and she comes up the victor in the at-bat.
Once again, Sturgill almost able to get to it, but it's just out of reach. And a couple balls like that.
I'll tell you what production they've gotten out of their 8-hole hitter here tonight for Lenore. And now they get Ariana Baisden at the plate. She struck out both times so far tonight.
She's swinging for the fences.
She was.
Big time cut.
Dempsey trying to be a distraction over at first base for Sturgill. We'll see if she takes off at any point in this at bat. It's count 0-1. That one just upstairs. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Sturgill, you see, just continuously frustrated this evening that she hasn't quite had the command she's wanted. That one misses inside. Now Dempsey does take off, and she'll get into second base. So again, kind of lulled Kermit to sleep a little bit over at first at Dempsey, and she's finally able to take the bag. That one misses high and outside. So again, her release point is just not where she wants it right now, and that's where those balls are getting away from her and getting upstairs. Like we said, she's battled all evening long, though.
Team
that one
still
in.
within striking distance, only down 2. So.
Yeah, that's what you got to keep telling yourself right now if you're Kermit. You're right in this ball game in striking distance. If you can have a good defensive inning, then all of a sudden things could change drastically. And that is ball 4. So the 8 and 9 hitters both get on here in the bottom of the 5th for Lenore. And now it's back to the top of the order for the Lady Rangers. It's Presley White. She's 1 for 3 today. Singled, popped out, and struck out. So that one will miss high, 1-0. Again, whenever you've ridden your horses most of the season as well, you're definitely going to ride them all the way to the end in this situation. Sturgill, she's likely been their number 1 all year. What a shot to third. It's caught, thrown over to second, and it's a double play.
That's a big-time defensive play there by the third baseman.
Wow, Collins caught an absolute screamer right at her.
It froze the base runner in her tracks. And by the time she was able to get back, the ball was already at second base. Nice job there by the Kermit defense.
Yeah, and really nothing that Dempsey could do either on that. Like you said, the ball was just ripped so hard. Of course, you're going to take a couple of steps in that situation. But Collins caught it clean and then just turned and fired towards second base, and that is a huge double play. This one hit hard towards third. Again, Collins up with it on to first in time to retire Farley. What an inning by Collins at third, and they keep Lenore off the scoreboard here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll head to the top of the 6th after this as you're watching the Mingo County Girls Softball Championship game on the D&D Sports Network.
Come see us at Trailhead Bar and Grill in Macon, West Virginia, where the locals come to hang out and the trail riders come to visit.
Follow us on Facebook page for our daily specials. We're open 7 days a week here at Trailhead Bar and Grill.
You can give them a call at 681-308-6088. Make sure you follow them on their Facebook page to keep up with all their daily specials and for business and operation hours. Trailhead Bar and Grill, located downtown Matewan, West Virginia.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields.
For any of your financial needs, we encourage you to stop by one of our 5 convenient locations or apply online today at lbnt.com.
Whether you choose to stop by or visit us online, our team is here to help you every step of the way.
Buying a new home, expanding your business? Choose Logan Bank and Trust. Let's bank together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now the Kermit fans back into it after 3 runs in the 5th inning. They keep Lenore off the scoreboard, and it's back to a 2-run game, and you see some Braley Kirk fans over on the Kermit side. She'll lead things off here to start the top of the 6th inning for the Lady Devils. Can they come back and claim their first Mingo County Girls Softball Championship here tonight? Now over on the first base side, looks like maybe a Lenore player. I'm not sure if there's an injury or what, but it does look like they do have one Lenore player over there trying to work things out maybe with her hand. So I can't quite see which player it is. But again, the temperatures have dropped. And again, it hasn't been overly hot today, but again, now the temperature is going to drop more and more with the shadows coming over. So I don't know if maybe this was just an errant ball that was thrown in warm-ups. That it's actually, yeah, you're right, it's White that was over there. So I'm not sure if there was an errant ball that was thrown towards her. Maybe she got hit or she was just experiencing something there, but hopefully she's all right. She's had a couple of strong collisions at home plate here tonight as well with a couple of Kermit base runners. But she knows she just needs 6 more outs in order to claim the championship here this evening.
And we'll see here if whatever's bothering her affects her pitching accuracy.
We've seen Sturgill fighting through a lot of adversity. And White's been able to overcome a lot herself here this evening. Again, you look at the scoreboard, you see 9-7. You'd think it was just a slugfest here this evening, but again, White has 11 strikeouts. Sturgill has 8 on her side. It's just been a great back and forth game here tonight where you just don't know what's going to happen next. And now Braley Kirk, the number 9 hitter, trying to get things started here in the top of the 6th for Kermit. That'll be ball 1. Again, top of the order coming up after this. She tries to square to bunt, but fouls it off a home plate. Again, we want to thank our 6th inning sponsors here tonight. Quality Metal Roofing, Precision Heating and Cooling, Giovanni's of Kermit, and Williamson Pharmacy.
Also want to thank everybody in the comment section for joining us.
Absolutely. Again, it's been a great evening here in Kermit as we come down to the final turn of this championship game. It's been a great crowd, great atmosphere, and I think we're heading for a great finish as well. Kirk will take that one outside, and now the count to 3-1.
Yeah, for a middle school base or softball game, this has been a lot of fun. Pretty exciting.
Now you hear the Kermit side exploding, trying to rally their girls as a swing and a miss by Kirk. That'll run the count full. So now a huge pitch here to start the 6th. Swung on and hitting the shallow right, sinking fast, and that'll fall in. And Braley Kirk gets a huge hit to start the top of the 6th inning.
Well, worked the count full there and was able to hit it over the first baseman for a base hit to shallow right field there.
She had grounded out twice to second base tonight, and this time able to pop it over the right side of the infield's head as Harper Muncie fouls it out of play. She's 1 for 3 tonight, struck out in the first, grounded out in the third, then had an RBI single in the fourth inning.
If I had to guess here, I would bet Kirk is going to be on the run.
Just fouled off by Muncie, and yeah, you're right there, Tommy. She was on the move on that pitch. But now Muncie gets behind 0-2 in the count. Here comes the pitch from White. What a pitch, as White able to drop it in for strike 3, as that looked like a changeup she threw that time. She just pulled the string on Muncie to get her out. So that is now strikeout number 12 on the evening, as first pitch swinging by Charity Messer lifts it into center. Nice job coming on by Ariana Baisden to make the grab. So that is out number 2. As they retire a dangerous hitter in Messer. And now it'll be Mila Evans, the number 3 hitter. So Evans tonight was hit by a pitch, struck out, and singled to right, as now Kirk causing Farley to get her cardio in as Farley come all the way out.
She made her work for that one.
Yeah, you know what? I don't blame Farley again. It's this late in the game. You're 4 outs away from a championship. You don't want to risk anything right now if you don't have to. You want to just keep this game in White's hands and see if she can get these last 4 outs for you. And she gets ahead of Evans now, 0-2. What a strong comeback this would be for White after that leadoff single. Strike 3 called. Unbelievable pitching after the leadoff hit by Presley White, as she strikes out her 12th and 13th batters of the game. And Lenore now 3 outs away from a championship. They come to the plate to bat after this. We'll be back here in just a moment as you're watching the Girls Championship softball game with us here on the D&D Sports Network. You see Lenore's middle school coach in basketball out here to check out the action here this evening. And he's seeing Lenore Middle School crawl to within 3 outs of their 9th softball championship in 10 years. Chris Kidd with Darryl McCoy, Tommy Coppage, Kevin Jones here this evening. As Kermit trying to keep the deficit at 2 going into the 7th. Again, it was a great job by Sturgill to get out of trouble last inning. White doing the same in the top of the 6th. Now can Sturgill put a 0 on the board and give Kermit an opportunity in our last frame coming up.
And we'll remind the fans at home that this is Kermit's field, but Lenore will be batting last. So, since they was the number 1 seed here in this tournament.
Now it'll be the heart of the order for the Lady Rangers as Ollie Newsom stands in. She's 0 for 3 today, struck out twice and grounded out to first, and she'll take a strike from Sturgill to start this at bat. This one will come inside, just skips and gets away. Again, Kermit in the top of the 7th. They'll have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming to the plate, which honestly that's probably been the toughest, or one of the toughest parts of the lineup to navigate today for White. That one just missing inside, 2-1.
And the sun has pretty much made its way out of here, so
yeah,
make it a lot easier on the defense out there.
Yeah, you actually see some of the lights on now here at Kermit Little League Field as that one laced foul out to the right side.
And for the camera operators, it's very, very difficult to run that camera.
Absolutely.
Sun out.
Now Sturgill fires 2-2. This one lifted out of play by Newsom right over towards the Lenore fans along the first base side. Saw a couple of eager beavers trying to catch that one, then saw a couple ducking for cover. Now Newsom will climb back in here. So here comes another 2-2 pitch from Sturgill. This one's going to miss inside and get away.
Another full count here.
Yeah, it feels like both pitchers have faced nearly a dozen full counts today combined. Now here's another big one to start out this bottom of the 6th inning. That'll miss. And it'll be ball 4. So a leadoff walk to start the bottom of the 6th inning. So that'll bring up Lakem Bolyard now. Again, she has 2 RBI a single in the 3rd as well. Then she was intentionally walked her last time up.
And eventually scored.
And so she's been on base all 3 times here today. It looks like Sturgill and the rest are going to get a mound visit here as she gets watered, try and take a moment to regroup. As like we said, Kermit knows how important it is to keep Lenore off the scoreboard here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Again, Kermit's shown they can score upwards of 3 runs, if not more in an inning, but you don't want to make things harder on yourself than you'd have to.
Yeah, it seems like 2's been the tough number to overcome. They've been able to pull it within 2 on a couple different occasions today.
Yeah, they pulled within 2 twice now, ever since they lost the lead back in the 1st inning. But they just haven't been able to get over that hump. Lenore's been able to do just enough to keep them at arm's length throughout this game. And now trying to see if they can come up with a couple of runs to give White a little extra cushion heading into the 7th inning. Bolyard slices one and just out of the reach of Priest as she went diving for it. Looked like she may have even tripped over something on the first base side.
May have been shaken up a little bit on the play there.
I tell you, this has been a physical game here tonight. So we've seen several players take some tumbles here this evening. Priest being checked on by one of the Lenore coaches, who was in close proximity, is now some of the Kermit coaches coming over as well, just trying to see if Priest landed on herself wrong. She tries to stretch out that injury at the moment. So, like I said, didn't look like a terrible tumble when it happened, but sometimes where you land and how you fall is what mattered the most. And now, thankfully, Priest getting to her feet here. And she has a little bit of a limp that she's trying to walk off at the moment. You see her just taking a long walk up the first base side out into right field.
A game like this, I seriously doubt she's coming out of this one, but we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, again, she sprinted all the way out to right field and now coming back. So, I mean, she's trying to get her cardio in too. But, yeah, she's trying to see if she can sustain putting pressure on whichever leg is bothering her the most right now.
Slides on the defensive mask and looks like she's ready to go here.
All right, so that's good to see. The Priest is back now. So count 0-1 to Lakem Bolliard, the cleanup hitter. Again, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now Bolliard will climb back in. As Bolliard will lift this one foul over towards first base side. Getting right near our cameras.
Darryl McCoy almost caught that one.
So now the count moves to 0-2. It's Bolliard that's fouled it off both times over to the right side. She said she's had a 2-hit night, been on base all 3 times here today. That one misses inside. Good stop by Evans, but taking off is Newsom. And she's able to take second base now. It's almost like she tries to catapult herself off that first base bag. I watched her a moment ago. She just kind of gets all of her momentum shaking in one direction and just helps push herself off at the last moment as this one popped up behind home plate and lands right here near us. And sorry, you're not getting that one back for a while, guys. That one's trapped on top of the gate here behind home plate.
If that gate wasn't there, they would have bounced right off my hand.
Yeah, I told you that was perfect distance for right where we're at right now. So Bolliard continues to battle here, staying alive in this count. Goes after the high fastball again, slow roller out to second, fielded by Messer, on to first to Priest, or Muncie, I should say. And Muncie able to throw out the speedy Bolliard for out number 1. This runner moves on to third now, and Aubrey Fletcher will come up. And if you're Lenore, that is as consequential of a run as you could possibly have right now. And they want to find a way to try and get her home, to try and give White a 3-run lead, and that might do it. Into shallow center, and dropped! And now coming to the plate is Newsom, and she will score as that one just got through the glove of Meade, and now taking off for third and holding up is Fletcher. She's in a rundown, but now that one's launched into right field. Here comes Fletcher to the plate now. The throw will not be in time, and it is a 4-run lead for Kermit, or for Lenore here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So that could possibly be coffin nails.
That's you call it a little league home run there?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Again, Fletcher able to cross all bases and score, and a couple of errors on the play for Kermit. And again, with Meade right there, yeah, I know what she was thinking. She wanted to try and make the catch and come up with a big throw right away. She knew Newsom was going to be tagging up from third, and I think just took her eye off the ball at the last second.
You could see she was kind of frustrated with herself immediately after not catching it. And great job by the left fielder to back her up there to go get the ball.
Sturgill, nice job staying in front of that and able to throw out Browning for out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
So not officially a home run, but a couple errors involved there. But
yeah,
either way, it's all the way around all the bases, right?
And I'll tell you what, Tommy, the 2 errors here today, one in the 1st inning, one now here in the 6th inning. Those 2 errors compiled 4 runs all in themselves.
And that's the difference in the game.
Mm-hmm. So if you're Kermit, you might lament those moments along with a few others if you go on to lose this game here tonight. But again, it's been a back and forth type game. Both teams have had opportunities to cash in. Some have, some haven't this evening. It's just been a free-for-all of a title game. And it's been a fun game to broadcast with you here this evening, as that one's going to miss high. It's Jocelyn Baisden. 0 for 2 today. And a walk, a ground out, and an RBI on a fielder's choice. And she made a couple of terrific plays over at third base here today as well. That one right down the pipe for a strike. 3-1 the count. Again, you see some of the disappointment out in left field from Ledley. Kind of knowing that those 2 runs could be very costly going into their final at bat here in the 7th inning. Now the count has run back full here to Baisden. And Sturgill able to strike her out with one right at the knees to end the 6th inning. But 2 huge insurance runs for Lenore has them 3 outs away from the championship. We'll be back after this as you're watching the Girls Middle School Championship game right here on the D&D Sports Network. Bottom of the 7th inning, or top of the 7th inning we go now, as Presley White trying to give Lenore their 9th championship in 10 years in this middle school girls contest in Mingo County. Again, it's been a great tournament, great game here tonight, and Lenore now right on the doorstep of another title, as it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters this inning for Kermit.
Sturgill will be up to bat, if I'm correct here.
Yep, Sturgill's going to lead things off for the Lady Blue Devils, followed by Aubrey Priest and Harper Ledley. That one in for strike 1. Again, White was phenomenal after that leadoff hit last inning, able to come back and shut the door on the Blue Devils, and that one just missing, 1-1. Again, should we be heading to the conclusion of this game, we'll have an interview with our Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game, as well as part of the trophy ceremony coming your way after this. We'd like to thank our 7th inning sponsors here tonight: Trailhead Bar and Grill, Three Guys Pizza and Brew, and Genmar Services, helping us bring you tonight's championship game. That one upstairs. Count now to 3-1. Again, this is the last thing you want to do if you're White in this spot, is put runners on through a walk. She's only walked 2 here tonight, along with those 13 strikeouts. And that one on the inside corner for a strike.
Well, we'll run another full count here.
So I said it's been full count war here tonight for both Sturgill and White. Now they go up against each other in one. And White will win the battle. Strike 3 called.
And I'll tell you what, as soon as that batter's in the batter's box, White is ready to pitch. She wastes no time on the mound.
That's what I said. She's just been a gamer all night long. And now they're 2 outs away from a title as Priest swings and misses. Priest is 0 for 2 tonight, was hit by a pitch, grounded out to third, and struck out. That one's going to skip in. Nearly caught everyone back there. Looked like Farley got a piece of it.
And the umpire looked like Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk there, trying to get out of the way of that one.
I told you there's still a lot of life left there in those legs. Shoot. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now. Priest trying to reach to try and give Kermit some hope here in this top of the 7th inning. That one just off the edge of the plate, 2-2. Farley turning around wanting to know where that one was. But I tell you, Farley, she's been strong-minded with the home plate umpire tonight. She's been all over him. That was going to be fouled off behind home plate.
Letting you know she's a big fan.
Oh, you do. You have to love that. So whenever you see the competitiveness really leak out in some of the kids, it's somewhere on their shoulders. Some keep it to themselves. Now here's another 2-strike pitch, and strike 3 called on the outside corner. So 15 strikeouts now here tonight for White.
And that call there has got the Kermit fan base going absolutely berserk.
And now the only batter in the lineup that White hasn't retired here tonight comes to the plate, and Harper Ledley. She's 3 for 3 with 3 singles and 2 RBIs tonight. Let's count 1-0 to the left fielder for Kermit. 4-run lead for the Lady Rangers here in the top of the 7th of this championship game. 2-0 now the count. White looking for one more out to try and record the championship, and now we're going to get a meeting here. Saw White looking toward the dugout. I don't know if there was questioning of what pitches was going to get called, or if there's just some nervousness in it right now trying to get settled down. But this is the beauty of a sport like baseball or softball or even tennis. There's no clock in it. So it's never over until you've won the last point, you've recorded the last out, and you can't take any of it for granted.
Yeah, probably a good time to just tell your pitcher, just calm down. We're up 4 runs, just throw strikes here.
And Ledley went chasing after that high fastball. And Farley, you see her excitement behind home plate again. She's like a crackerjack ready to burst back there right now, trying to claim that trophy in this championship. And now they're 1 strike away from it.
Infield playing in here. Interesting.
2-2 the count now to Ledley. Chopped towards second. Knocked down there by Fletcher. On to Newsom. And Lenore is your 2026 Mingo County softball champions.
Congratulations to the Lenore Rangers.
Again, what a game here tonight. Such a great back and forth affair between these two. And Lenore able to outlast Kermit and wins it 11-7 as Presley White with 15 strikeouts on the evening to help preserve this title, and she is our Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game here tonight as White had those 15 strikeouts along with a hit in this game, and she'll try and join us here shortly for an interview here on the post-game show. But for now, we're going to step aside for a quick break, and we'll be back right after this as you're watching the Girls Softball Championship game right here on the D&D Sports Network. Lenore Lady Rangers, your 2026 Mingo County softball champions, as they knock off Kermit here this evening, 11-7 in a terrific championship game. Chris Kidd, Tommy Coppage, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy here this evening as Darryl and company down on the field right now, getting some close-up looks of the trophy presentation to both sides here. I believe they have some all-tournament selections.
That was Aubrey Fletcher.
Aubrey Fletcher being one of them now for Lenore. So we have from Mate 1, Williamson.
Aubrey Williams.
Aubrey Williams.
Mila Evans.
Mila Evans of Kermit. And those are your all-tournament selections here tonight. Again, some good representation from each team at this tournament. And again, we're going to try and give some of the announcements on the presentations, as the PA system isn't strong enough here for us to be able to hear it on
All county right now. Lexi Farley.
Macy Farley being named the All-County. Lexi.
Allie Curry.
Allie Curry. I don't think we quite caught that last one. Yeah, like we said, we're trying to catch as many names as we can. It's
Paisley Parker.
okay. Paisley Parker of Mate 1.
Heidi Ellis.
Heidi Ellis.
Morgan Johnson.
Morgan Johnson. Again, these.
Jaylee Hopkins.
Jaylee Hopkins.
Bella Bentley.
Bella Bentley. Again, these are the all-county selections. And it looks like one of the coaches had an award to give to one of their girls from Williamson. Duncan was the last name we caught. Here, Harper Muncie of Kermit. Looks as if Priest as well for Kermit. Zoe Sturgill for Kermit. Emma Mead of Kermit. Presley White of Lenore. Ollie Newsom. Lakin Bolyard. Carly Browning. And Farley, who was almost like a cheerleader here as well here tonight. Again, love seeing her enthusiasm behind home plate in this game. Again, just seeing that youthful excitement for these championship games. Again, it's always fun to come back and see these once again. And it was terrific tournaments, some terrific games in this Mingo County Championship, as well as the championship game here tonight. As again, they honor the all-conference team down on the field before they get to the championship and runner-up trophies. And we'd like to just thank our sponsors again here tonight for helping us bring you this game. PD's Basketball Training, Ultimate Pawn, Western Auto of Kermit, Nathan Brown, Mingo County Commissioner, Coal Grove Funeral Home, Southside Mall, Justin Markham Law Office, Bubby Scott for Jailer, Treasures Unlimited, Tug Valley Wellness Clinic, 304 Motorsports Park, Quality Metal Roofing, Precision Heating and Cooling, Giovanni's of Kermit, Williamson Pharmacy, Trailhead Bar and Grill, Three Guys Pizza and Brew, and Genmar Services. Again, you see Kermit coming out to claim their runner-up trophies here tonight. Again, they were the number 2 seed coming in, and they put up a valiant battle here tonight against the number 1 team from Lenore as they claim championship just 1 year after they lost it. Again, Williamson was the first one to break through, according to some of the fans that we talked to here tonight in this tournament's history. And Williamson was knocked off by Kermit last night in extra innings, 8-7. And now Lenore able to reclaim their title once again as Kermit fought them all the way to the end, tooth and nail. But Lenore just able to make a couple of big plays when they needed to this evening to keep Kermit at arm's distance throughout the evening as they take it tonight 11-7. Again, you see the trophy presentation and photos being taken down on the field with Kermit. Again, they haven't claimed the first place title just yet, but again, with the job they've been doing and how good this girls team was tonight, you have to figure they're going to be raising a lot of those trophies. It just won't be this one. As White,
I mean, Lenore has dominated this league, right?
Yes.
Mingo County, the Mingo County Championship. And we're just going off what somebody told us. They said it's 10 years. It could be more. We just know Lenore's only lost one time since they've had softball in Mingo County in middle school, and that was to Williamson last year. Every other year they've won it, Chris.
It is. It's just an impressive domination from the Lenore Lady Rangers and able to claim this championship again. And it was a fun evening of softball getting to watch this here tonight, an 11-7 victory.
Well, you can feel the rivalry when you even just get here to the field, can't you? These fan bases, they don't like each other, but I'm telling you, it's a great rivalry to have, man. It's just fun for sports, and it's not just softball. It's basketball, it's baseball, it's soccer, football. Anytime these two match up. Now, football, I think they combine the teams and make one.
Okay.
Because they didn't have enough to come out, I think, for Kermit. So I think Lenore was the only team they had at football.
But it is, like we said, it's bonding through sports trauma, so to say.
But then they go up to Tug Valley and then they're a whole. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I mean they're probably not friends on the field, but off the field's probably best friends. You know?
Yeah, I would absolutely say that's the case. And again, Presley White down on the field right now, getting her pictures taken. Again, see Paul Atkins of the Mingo Messenger down there. Darryl McCoy getting his pictures in as well. Again, just such a wonderful time right here to be a part of this. Again, you love to be able to tell them how much you need to enjoy it or should enjoy it. It's just obviously perspective of it. You won't know until later on. But, again, you do look back at these things one day, and they're fun memories.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, Presley White going to try and join us up here.
Yeah, we're going to try to get an interview with her. Guys, we're going to step out real quick, and we'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network.
Welcome back, everybody, here on the D&D Sports show here tonight as we are here for the Mingo County Girls Championship, and we are being joined by Presley White, the player of the game, sponsored by Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. She had 15 strikeouts tonight and only 2 walks against it, and only gave up 6 hits on the evening as well. That was pretty impressive, Presley. How were you able to perform under that kind of pressure tonight?
Well, I mean, I've played softball for a lot of years, and my dad always tells me that pressure makes diamonds, so I'd rather shine like a diamond than bust a pop.
You know what? That is about as good of an answer as I could come up with. You know what? I like that from your dad. That's a great way of looking at it. And, you know, the way that you were able to attack the batters tonight, get ahead of them, I said you really kept them off balance, it seemed like, for the most part here this evening. And the fact that you had to do it against them, not just tonight, but a couple of other times, probably makes it a little bit more difficult because they've seen you before and they kind of know how you are. So did you have to change anything up that you normally do?
I kind of threw some rouse balls and change-ups and curveballs.
I like that. Yeah, well, I tell you pulled the string on a couple of change-ups tonight that were absolutely filthy. I mean, that's illegal in like 42 states. Hope you know that. But you've got a promising future in this, obviously, as do a lot of your teammates and stuff. And, you know, you guys had such a special year this year and such a fun year. What made this group so fun to be around?
Well, I mean, we always played from the first pitch to the last, and since this season started, we got on the field, we played confident. We didn't want to play cocky. So, we would always go out on the field with no fear, and we just wanted to play confident and fun. We wanted to have fun.
What you all absolutely did with the way that you all played in this tournament. And now, you know, they said last year, you know, you guys lost it to Williamson. You know, Williamson ended up gaining that first title. How big was it this year for you guys, talking about getting back and reclaiming what you guys probably felt like was rightfully yours?
Well, I mean, it is a lot of pressure, but when people say stuff about you, you take that adrenaline and you really use it on the field or wherever you go. So you just really got to battle back.
Absolutely. And, you know, talking about how close these two schools are, I mean, you guys likely have friends on both sides of this and stuff. Is it tough playing against some of your friends in games like this?
Well, I mean, when you're playing, you're not really friends. But, I mean, I'm best friends with all of them, yeah.
I love you. You're so fun.
Friends off the field, and then game time is game time.
It is a perfect answer. Yeah. So you're the type I would have loved to have coached if I'd have got you to play tennis at some point. Yeah, I don't blame you. You seem like you're pretty well set with this. Well, after all this now, what are you looking forward to next with this sport, Presley? Again, I know this was big for you here tonight, but what's the next step for you? Do you see yourself taking?
I don't know. I'm really just sticking to travel ball, and I really hope I go to the next level one day.
I was about to say, I almost forgot about travel ball. Almost forgot about travel ball. And what grade are you in now this year?
I'm in 8th.
Oh, you're in 8th, so you'll be going to high school next year.
Yes.
Tug Valley?
Yes.
I know they're going to be excited to have you then. Again, they've got a great softball team already. You're just going to make them stronger. So congratulations tonight, girl. You played awesome. You interviewed awesome. I said you just did it all tonight one way or the other. You can have my job one day too. So congratulations, Presley. You all enjoy it tonight.
Thank
you. Okay, that was Presley White of the Lenore Lady Rangers. 15 strikeouts tonight. And the Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game. Well, I tried to keep my ugly face off television, but here you go anyway. I'm sorry. But, again, a tremendous evening of softball action here from Kermit, West Virginia. They did a great job of putting on this for everyone this week, and the title game did not disappoint whatsoever. So, again, we want to thank all of you out there, our sponsors especially, our fans especially, for helping us bring you the action here tonight, and thank you for joining us with the action. We hope you enjoyed it here on this Friday evening. Everyone go out and enjoy your weekend. Have a great time, and we'll see you next time here on the D&D Sports Network.